All right, family. All right. And all riggedy right. What's going on out there, family? One time TikTok Live Nation. We're going to be talking about the movie Michael tonight. I think it's fair for me to just do this one time. We just want to do this one time, right? Just let me play the sound real quick. We just want to put it out there, okay, family? We talking one of the top artists of all time, family. All time. We talking all time. We understand that we live in a system. Before we start on any of that, before we get into any of that, right? Because we're talking black entertainment. Let's just be honest. That spreads to a worldwide thing, right? Okay. We have to talk on family. Tonight's conversation gonna be about family, surrounded around this movie, Michael, right? Welcome in us, a different view family who believe in, who love after, who hunger and thirst, who are not deceived, who can see clearly, who have fun with. Because if you watch that movie, Michael, and you didn't get up and dance, I don't know what to tell you. We can see clearly, we have fun with, we hunger and thirst. We're done on the rest of this mess. We're done on the rest of this mess that the man be sending us, family. Search and seek to find that which is a different view, family. Welcome in. Earlier today, my first podcast back after having some issues that put me on the sideline for a little bit, of which I'm okay, family, right? We okay. We believe in health and healing over here. Again, we had already started off the podcast saying that I'm Christian, and I am. If I was Buddhist, if I was Muslim, if I was Hinduist, if I followed the tenets that are in the Hindu belief. We don't say Hindu over here because we know that H is added on by the colonizer, okay? At the end of the day, family, we would still believe in healing power and healing energy that flows through this reality we live in. As a result, we can only tell folks to take care of themselves, right? Many times we allow life. Again, this is something that happens in the movie Michael. Man, I tell you what, family, we done heard it. We heard it from KRS-One. And again, people sit in the seat of the scornful. In the scriptures, you are told that you are blessed when you don't sit in that seat. Okay? At the end of the day, you gotta understand, right? They do this little thing, so I'll play around with it. Understand, and overstand, family, that at the end of the day, and while we're sitting there watching this movie, man, and shout out to you, honey, one time. Brothers and sisters, we just got through Mother's Day, right? We got Father's Day coming up on the next month. Family, man, you can't give enough roses to the lady in your life. Do you understand? When we say my wife, when we talk about this one, that my girlfriend, my lady, my boo, all that kind of thing, understand that she has been created an entity herself that chose you. No. Don't you let that mess enter into your mind, because we got too much machoism crap out here, if I could say it that way. Again, fed by massa, you could see it. Damn it, you could see it clear as day on Joe Jackson. I had heard it said on a podcast that I listened to, and we'll just say it. Real Black Consciousness Forum, right? We've already talked about it on the Spotify platform. We talk about it here on TikTok. Okay, shout out Real Black Consciousness Forum. Much truth has been said on that platform, family, by the artist Big VJ. At the end of the day, don't you know Massa has made good? Now we trying to keep some of the adult language. We don't call it cursing here, family. Cursing is when you want to have when we choose to make sure people have a bad day. You know, like MTV not putting on Michael Jackson's videos back in the 80s because you were racist as can be. But that makes sense. Massa's system is designed to hurt. Listen to me clearly, family. Don't you get upset about what's going on in Iran. Don't you get so upset about what's going on at that gas pump. Don't you get so upset and worried about hantavirus and anything else. This includes what's going on with Gordon Ramsay, right? We'll say allegedly just for fun. Because the man hide behind legality. And of course, the weapon of defense. That's how they took, there's a thing online here, if I could just say this real quick, right? Where a person is talking to one of our native brothers and sisters. Again, we're talking about black success, family, when you talk about Michael Jackson. I know we like to go to the kid thing, which that one's been disproven on the books. We like to go to the fact that he's on Neverland Ranch, with all the animals and everything like that. And again, we sit in the seat of the scornful. Let me play this clip real quick from KRS-One, and we're gonna come on back.
We gotta guide each other. Remember this. If older people don't listen to younger people, they become slow amongst older people. When younger people don't listen to older people, they become slower amongst younger people.
Family, what you watched with Joe Jackson in this Michael movie, which there will be a second one, we are waiting, willing, and ready. When you watch this movie, family, see, don't you know? See, we talked about intuition earlier, a knowing, right? Let's just go back. Let's go back. Look at the etymology of the word. Look at and consider, right? This is in the 15th century where this word starts to be shown. Of course, for our linguistic brothers and sisters out there, if you've got other information to add on, if it was shown earlier, so be it. Watch over. That's another one that's wrapped up in the root of the word as far as the in part. Consideration, family, we don't consider. Again, we talk about in the Bible where it talks about let us reason together. That though our sins, our wrongs, our missing it is crimson red, that it be washed white as snow. And for as much as they talk about the blood of Jesus, again, we understand people do not believe in this, but just follow your boy for a second. We're talking about what is that is so cleansing of the wrongs we have done in life when we start loving each other. There is no greater love than when a person lays down their lives, lay down the weird way Massa has trained us to look at people. You can see this clear as day when you watch the TV show Bridgerton. Hey, we just finished up that series, right? Shout out the TV show Bridgerton one time. I don't know, family. See, you can see blindness and deception on people's eyes. You can see it. It's easy to see when you start looking at it, but the more you keep sucking down this mess, it blinds you. Joe's eyes so stuck on fame. What fame do you have, brother? Without the and look. This is not disparaging Joe in any way, but we're talking about a mindset that sits at the base and in the root, in the heart and psyche of humans. And we're done looking at it, sitting quiet in the corner, devil a liar. This ain't to start no rebel rousing, none of that, family. We're just talking the opposite of things. This is the law of polarity. For as much as you have the bully out there, you got those who stand against. That's what it is. Again, family, if you have a problem with the way your boy is talking, if TikTok has issues with the way your boy is talking, talk to that bully first. people standing up against certain government functions and all of the type of stuff. You talk to the bully first. We just finished up the TV show Daredevil. Shout out Daredevil Born Again season 2 one time. This is not the time, family, to go run and hide. And for folks who have a problem when the society starts breaking down, maybe you need to talk to the backwards governments that run the companies, private companies. We had talked about that, seeing that video on YouTube. Private companies. Your boy is going to be talking about, again, all wrapped up around the movie Michael. These are the thoughts just flooding my mind while I'm watching this movie, family, because that's life. Don't you know, even in Michael Jackson having that burn accident, which definitely God saved his life, we don't even question it. See, again, family, we do not consider intuition's missing. We're not looking. You look through the eyes of the gangster. Shout out the fact that he put in gangsters in the song Beat It, right? Don't you know this about bringing the hood together? We don't even you want to talk about the hood and keeping up the G code, the G code? Man, get Massa's mess out of your mind. The bag, right? You chasing the bag. Look at how society is that we live in. This ain't this is the people doing this. Is the same kind of crap we get into when talking about the husband and the wife and what that wife is doing, but the husband don't ever want to say nothing. See, at the end of the day, if you want to be honest about a thing, say you both have done wrong. Or each one individually own up for the wrongs they've done. But this poop slinging back and forth crap we keep doing, this is garbage, family. Don't you know that? We look silly out here talking about, he did this and she did that, and it's a breakdown completely all the way around. Now, we can play in the space of who's did what first. But at the end of the day, you're just going to be chasing your ass, family. That's it. That's what it is. That's all we've done. Again, Bible folks, I had seen a deal on again, and listened to a podcast and seen the thing, a couple people going back and forth over the Bible verses in Genesis as far as should men and women, or who pays the bills, right? Because we get into this again. Know you're living in master system. Let me just do this real quick, right? We repetition, right? This is about remembrance, family. Repetition is necessary for learning. Okay, the 9 areas of activity left to us by our dear brother, Dr. Neely Fuller Jr., another awesome, great black man thinker. Again, philosophy done went down the tubes for another reality TV show. Again, the devil a liar. The black community don't need power. You don't need love and hip hop. What we have to tap back into we talk about Kemet, going to the Greeks, teaching this one and that one. How do you get there? How do we go back? You got to get back into understanding. You got to get back into a thirst for knowledge. And you can wrap it around, again, you they had folks doing the Crip Walk, right? We understand that's the death walk. Okay. Hopefully that's allowed on TikTok. Right. Because that's what that is. You go back and look at the history of the Crip Walk, but I digress. Right. It's not just a cute dance. It's a symbol for something. Family, we've been taking each other apart a little too long, don't you think? The weapon of defense is not supposed to be sat there and used frivolously for some money or some respect. How weak are we on the inside? Somebody looking at you wrong? Looking at you wrong. Ain't did no abuse to the missus, ain't did no abuse to your kids, you know, like Joe in this movie sitting here whooping Michael Jackson's ass, you know, talking about the roast, because this is this thing here with Cat Williams and Kevin Hart and this Under the Bridge, and again, no different than Obafemi shouting out Elon Musk, and then 1 month later beating Brock Lesnar. We can see through the play, family, when it comes to Kevin Hart and Cat Williams. You on national TV, that man ain't gonna affect his bag unless he was for real. So what do? Yeah, we won't hug it out on TV, bro. We still think the way we think about things. That's it. We can be respectful about it, but Cat Williams has already said what he said. We are messing around with opportunity out here, family. Again, even on TikTok, when we sit here and we talk about the algorithm. I don't need no damn algorithm. We put each other on. But you know what? We keep playing in a space about individual achievements. And while they're okay, and while people should be able to do things up by their bootstraps at the end of the day, don't you know we put each other... See again, if the African proverb is true, that it takes a village to raise a child, what do you think it would to raise a town? A city, a nation? It's gonna take everybody, family. I ain't worried about no individual achievements. Ownership, which is why, going back to this whole thing about Gordon Ramsay here, yes, sis, we know people like eating around their dogs and fecal matter and urine deposits, and we get it. Yeah, we get it. Same group that likes, you know, the dog right up in their mouth and like, come on now, we're not being disgusting. We're saying what it is. Some folks like kissing the dogs, right? Like, you know, kind of like Michael kissing that llama. A little bit different, man, but hey. And of course, people gonna come out with again. You get I don't even want to put massa on this, right? But you get people that come out with all of the. You got all of the proof. Nothing for the opposite, but just all of the. And to what everybody does with their pets and all that kind of thing. We're not talking about bestiality right now, okay? So don't go there. What just all these other kind of things, your business and what's a service dog and all that kind of thing. Family, again, when I'm eating my pizza, I don't care. London, India, Asia, Australia, Oceania, right? We don't, the Philippines somewhere. We don't care. In the hood, in the countryside. Yeah, we don't want the pets pooping and peeing right where we eating, right? And we can do this thing about it's a kid to us and all that. Family, there is order with things. Now, listen, this is why we say, hey, sis, right? Because we see you and we know, again, allegedly Gordon Ramsay dodging some stuff here. We see it. Black-owned restaurants. That's what you're after. Then you can go up in there and you ain't got to worry about that. And people who are, see, this is why we're talking honesty, integrity in business. It's not just for the dollar no more. It's standing on the square doing right while making the dollar, and it looked different. This is the same kind of concept that's in the movie Wonka. Right? Well, I guess Timothy Chalamet got a problem with ballet or something. I don't know, right? But at the end of allegedly, again, we'll put the word allegedly in there because we understand where people go. Okay. At the end of the day, hey, listen, we ain't selling. Why we got to sell over cost? Well, you ain't going to make no money that way. How much money do people need to be making? You know, when you look in this movie, Michael now in his 20s, he's still sitting there talking about the Jackson 5, bro. You know, some folk can't let it go. Some folk, family, cannot let it go. I if you hear a little change in the mic there, I had to put on some. I had to put on something that I just didn't because I was eager. I asked the missus. I normally try not to do it. You know, I'm like, man, I got to get on. We got to get on this one and get going while it's fresh in my mind, man. You know, that's the other thing. Family sacrifice. Recognize the play, family. Don't you know everybody in your family, damn it, ain't gonna do what you do. They ain't gonna do what you do. And it's okay. It's okay. this kind of collective, we don't even put it on tribalism. I cannot stand some of these words. We don't put it on none of this. This is greed at work, family. This is like you don't need, it's like Joe didn't even love himself. You birthed that child into this world. God blessed him with the talent to speak and dance, sing the way he did. Beautiful voice. Come on now, we still playing the music. You still get people turned up on Beat It. Every Halloween, we still playing Thriller, family. Come on. But you see, when deception falls in your mind, again, a true phrase I heard, shook me to my core, family. All is the mind, and the universe is mental. Family, you see people, again, you take the weapon of defense and unalive a bunch of people in a supermarket up in Buffalo. That's in their mind. They don't give a damn. Your life don't mean nothing. But life means something, right? Yeah, that's what we're supposed to protect, family. You know, Joe could only think about his brothers, only about the Michael's brothers, only about the family, which was really just a turnaround. It was a flashlight to his own ego, broken ego. When you look at the word ego, family, don't you trip. Again, know the definition of words and phrases. Ego deals with a self-worth, which we all should have. But clearly, like it's been a minute since your brother did it, right? See what in your Bible says is do not think. Touch your neighbor once, say one time, neighbor. Do not think more highly of yourself, yeah, than you ought to think. We have missed it, y'all. This ain't a popular message. We don't care about that. Don't you know that? We don't care about that. This is about foundations planted in the garden of life, family. That those who need to hear this will hear this. Those who have ears, let them hear. Yes and amen to that. Dr. Neely Fuller Jr., 9 points, right? And then there was another one added on by our dear sister, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. Frances Cress Welsing. That was a little bit of a tongue twister. Economics, education, entertainment, labor, law. We know politics. The word politic means to talk about things city, state, or city and state. So we say politics, right? We'll say government. Just to switch out, we'll say government. Religion, again, sex. That's not only just dealing with sex itself, but it's also dealing like the action, the schmecks. We on TikTok. Not only that, but also gender. Right? It's unfortunate we didn't see Janet Jackson in this one. Hopefully she shows up in the sequel. Right? We did see LaToya. Okay. We saw the mother. Mother was strong. You know, again, talking about Mother's Day, right? This is just a little backtrack. Again, ladies standing up against some of these knuckleheaded men. Let me tell you something. And it happens the other way around, family. We're not denying that, but we're talking about the ones who lead the group. Okay. We're talking when you talk about DA. I don't know if I can say it that way, right? We're talking harm in the home. Say it that way. Yeah. Harm in the home. When you see all that's men that lead the way with that. Okay. Just like when you look at unwanted pregnancy, single parent homes, that's men leading the way with that. So before you get on the woman, again, unless you got a turbo vacuum, bro, tractor beam like this is since May the 4th was a little while ago, right? Unless there's a tractor beam, just pulling you in, which we all know that's not the case. And you had something to do with it too. Not for nothing. Last I checked, that the seed is in your loins, to use some old school terms, right? You making a conscious choice to degrade the neighborhood. You see all these neighborhoods full of single parent households. What do you think follows? Who do you think mass is after as the scoop them up and get them ready for prison? Scoop them up and get them ready for some low paying job somewhere. Because they ain't going to school. They ain't going to no higher education. We thank God for those who make it out. Same as the Jacksons. But that wasn't on Joe's mind. Joe didn't give a damn about that. Don't we know a lot of parents who are like that? Whether mother or father, doing harm to their children. You doing nothing but harm to them. We know you can't see it. We're telling you, you're doing nothing but harm to them. Won't let them be them. This also applies to our transgender and homosexual brothers and sisters. You're doing harm to them. Let them be them. Ain't nobody talking about no forced nothing. That's who they are. Michael Jackson was who he was. And part of that started off, we talking the foundation. The parent is the foundation. Parents are the foundation. A little while ago, there was this whole thing between guardians and calling parents guardians. You are the guardian of your children. That's what it is. That's part of the responsibility. It ain't just playing house. Oh, look at me. I'm pregnant. I got a baby. No. This is... You are... See, but again, you're in master system. And the imagery, we had talked about that in a couple episodes before. The imagery you see, it's rough now. It's rough. We don't sit here and talk about schmecks with our kids. We ain't prepping them. We can't even get safe schmecks practices as a constant practice. So how do you think this is going to play out, family? Again, use your intuition. Know the difference. Find yourself people. I got to say the truth of this, right? This is going to rattle Christian cages. That's cool, right? Fine, because everybody is not going to abstain. So I don't even know why we waste the time with this. Sometimes I really don't. Okay. And we can do lasciviousness and promiscuousness and all of the issues that we want to do, family. At the end of the day, listen, everybody ain't going to abstain. So now what do you do? We have told y'all on this podcast, we stand on it. What do you do? Oh, brother, you bringing them down to hell. No, last I checked, when you look in the Bible, Christ told the holy people, the way you converting these folks is making them twice the child of hell. So I don't know what y'all talking about, right? We're a people that like staying stuck in the mud, family, instead of reaching for the rope to bring us out of it. You, me, everybody. It's just time to reconsider it then. 3 things. You're going to be up involved in this. 3 things. No excessive broken hearts. We don't need all that. You know, while Michael is doing his thing, man, did you, for those of y'all who seen it, did you see them women fainting, man? And again, you can go back in the clips and whatever's left on YouTube and stuff of it. The crowds that man drew. That's an undeniable gift given by, again, what we say over here, given by God alone. Folks fainting out in the crowd and people gotta take them to get them healthy and all this kind of stuff. That man up in the hospital after that accident happened at that Pepsi commercial back in the 80s, right? I'm just a little boy back then. I didn't even know the magnitude of history happening around me. His father wanted to be, and I don't know whether it played out that way or not, but the way they did it in the movie, so we got to talk about it. The father going to sit there and like, when is he going back on tour? When he going back on tour, bro? When he going back on tour, he almost lost his life. But see, again, like we have said on this podcast, folks care about the diamond's shine, not the diamond. You care about how it make you look. You don't care about the stone itself. That's what it looks like in life. That's what you look like. Again, we talked about labor as one of these points of activity. That's what you look like to employers who do not give a damn as workers. You're just another slab of meat on the table. And you telling me we ain't trying to get our own businesses now? Hey, you can get mad at your brother all you want to. We saying we ain't trying to do this now? Black manufacturing and distribution. You're talking black codes, slave codes. Keeping black people. It even happened today. Get a couple of Hispanic folks, get a couple black folks, get a couple of, the dark brown and tan skin tone folks, get them. This even happened with the so-called YT people, right? So YT person. You get a couple of them around that's like, this boss, this, that, and the other. And watch them try to break it up, family. We telling you what it is. This ain't conspiracy. This ain't conjecture. This is reality. When your Muslim brothers and sisters say you dealing with devils, that you dealing with an open enemy, that's real. Now, again, as it said in the scripture, the fight is not against flesh and blood. Because it's not. Nobody is saying that you shouldn't defend yourself. We're not. Come on now. Right? Just go for the heterosexual, the homosexual. It don't matter. You should learn to defend yourself. We believe that over here. That's not promoting violence. That's promoting defense. If you talking about those who promote violence, those are the ones, right, that are okay having videos on YouTube you can find right now talking about how they actively would drop off the weapon of defense and alcohol in the inner city to watch people hurt themselves and then laugh about it on Monday. It's still on YouTube. Certain organization that a lot of people do not like, one of their members openly talking about it. But it's the nation of free speech, right? That is until you talk against massa. Then it's not so free. And we do the best. We do the best shucky ducky kind of herky jerky mental dance mambo around the truth of these things, but it lead back to the same thing. City budgets, town hall meetings. We should be involved. Get yourself a good coffee from your best coffee retailer, right? Hopefully you pick a small business, which is the backbone of this nation and planets, the planet wide. It doesn't matter which continent you're talking about. Small business is how it works. That's the phrase we put on it. Again, the everyday people, right? I'm still in the mode singing along with Michael Jackson songs, man. Blame it on the boogie. I'm sorry. Joy. Man, Joy, the rejection, just the rejection that you saw from his family. If he wasn't with his brothers, nobody had time for him. What? Family, when are we going to learn and understand that we have to get involved with each other's lives? It does not matter if it match up with you or not. The point is to do the different thing. See, that's why we call this thing a different view. All of these things kind of tie in, family. It does, because that's how life is. Again, the number one rule, right? We had talked about this last year, talking about the laws of the universe. The number one rule is divine oneness, family, because the things are connected. You ain't got to believe it. The things are connected. We had seen a brother doing a peace walk from Philly. He unfortunately got struck by a vehicle. We had seen another one, right? Of course, our Buddhist brothers and sisters did a peace walk before that. Peace walk, family. Not the Crip walk. Peace walk. One of our Buddhist brothers got hit by a vehicle. Right? What's going on? See, there's two sides to this thing that people need to start realizing, right? There's folks who want peace and there's folks who don't. Which is why you would create a society like you would see in Bridgerton, where it's not okay for the maid to marry somebody who's not in the maid status. What is that? What is that? No, we don't explain away that kind of garbage over here, fam. What is that? It's trash. It's trash. That great maids war that happened over in Europe, it should have happened. Do you know on the books that they had let me see. How many? You got 300 how many days in a year, family? Right? 52 weeks, so only 365 days in a year, right? Yeah, okay. So now you look. How many hours do you think maids back then? Oh, well, see, KJ, It is embarrassing. It is embarrassing how we make excuses for the man, family, for the man. Hold on one sec. How many days did maids have off in Victorian England? You ever wonder? This is why El Presidente is sitting there talking about we have too many days off, but yet we like calling the United States Europe 2.0 over here because it's we can play that back and go, no, see, because the government we can do that all day long. We can see the after effect. Let's see. Cause I'm listening to the episode. My apologies while I'm doing this because I'm typing. I'm typing as we go along here. There was a thing I had saw. Somebody check me in the comments and all that kind of thing, where some of these folks had a lot of days off. That they were given a lot of days off back then. We're gonna leave it to a certain extent. But some of these workers here had a lot of days off back then. We'll find it and post it. Maybe I'll do a thing where I kind of take a picture and then in the picture we'll just put it online, right? Family, you got to understand you can't work yourself in the ground. Which is what Joe was trying to do with the Jacksons. Just work them in the ground. Why? For what? Yeah, for money. Who else does that, family? Now, this is a shame that's going on in the black community. Who? Yeah, Massa. That's the other group that does that mess. Why? Money ain't everything. We know to some it is. Family, we're telling you money ain't everything. And you have to be aware of that. As families, it makes no sense, because there's another thing we're going to end with this in this movie. It makes no sense to throw out your family to the wolves, okay? This is a cold-ass world out here. And it ain't no teaching tool and none of that for you to be playing with your child's life. This is last resort, you do that mess, okay? You can hide under the Bible, all that kind of stuff. There is no hiding place where the light of truth won't shine. You are signing them up for death when you throw them out. You ain't even got to worry about abortion. See, this is why when people start talking about abortion to me, listen, if you're okay bringing them into this world and training them and raising them to be in this sickness, then you ain't got to worry about aborting them before they come out the womb because you're already doing it. Hey. If you don't like it, there's a lot of other podcasts you can listen to, right? We named one of them already, okay? Look, this, okay? Family, this is what it is. And it's hard truths that it's hard for us to accept. This don't matter. In-laws, like you got to be a certain kind of kid. I ain't got to be. No. I'm for my wife as I'm for my wife. Yes, we learn and grow and work on each other, work on ourselves always, family. They ain't trying to make me be nobody else. I'm me. Damn it. God made me that way and I'm going to shine that way every day. And I encourage y'all to do the same, right? That is the review on Michael. Family, we love y'all. God bless y'all. Thank you for your support on this podcast, right? Thank you for shouting your boy out. Thank you for doing, we've seen comments from different podcasts, family. Thank you for your support. This does not work. See, unfortunately, Joe missed the truth that the thing don't work without people. You ain't getting no money without the people. Yeah, you had them babies and all this posterity. This is the same thing in Bridgerton season 1. That daddy acting like a fool to Simon. You know, there's a lot told about, black men is here and the men is here and there's real men out here. It's time, like a certain rapper say, it's time for us to stand up. Maybe it's time for the real Slim Shadys to stand up. And we not causing violence in our neighborhoods. And we going to work and coming back home to our spouses. No dirt on us. Stand up in the truth and make Massa do it to you like you read about Potiphar's wife where they got to lie on your family. You let that happen. Like you see with Michael with this kids thing, and all of a sudden that goes down the books. There's a whole lot of stuff, again, government agencies on that man. Nothing. They found nothing. Anyway, we're going to leave it alone. Again, God bless y'all, family. We love you. We hope you go take your kids, man. Go see that movie. Michael is still out in theaters. We thank y'all. God bless y'all. And until next time, and as always, look to find the beauty in a different view.